Hey everyone, I am in the ancient city of Athens, Greece. And of all things, I was in Greece for a math conference in Nafpaktos, so I thought that was kind of cool. I want to show like 7 things you can do if you just have a day here that are pretty cool. We are in Omonia, and this is what I'm told is one of the most dangerous parts of the city, by night at least. But this is where the central market is located, so if you want a bunch of just kind of cool food stuff that's just going to be more authentic and it's a little bit more raw, you can come here. And you want to get here a bit earlier because I tried coming here after 5 once and it was almost empty. So let's just start here and do a little exploration. We're going to see some of the cool historical stuff. And I can say right now that the Acropolis is not going to be the #1 thing. You know, that'll be at the very end. We're going to save the best for last. I think coming here when it was empty didn't really prepare me for the horrors of this place. So we start off with a no joke, pig faces. So I don't know, this is the meat section. I'm a little scared to go further. We'll see what we find. On second thought, do not go anywhere near that meat section. So the pig faces were only the beginning. It just got crazier from there.
Hello, how are you?
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Good. How can I help you?
What's some authentic Greek stuff here you can get?
Here, the Greek salad, tzatziki mix, feta one, mixed for jars who like it, oregano, chicken version, moussaka.
Okay.
It's the most typical version. And otherwise, it's pistachio with.
Okay, and these are like mostly spices then, right?
Yeah, mostly Greek version, yeah.
Like for Greek cooking?
Yeah, for Greek version.
What sort of meal can you make with those?
What for?
What type of meal could you cook with that?
Like this one, you can make it the soups too also. This one you can add it on the salad, which is a white cheese feta one. You can add it on top of it.
Okay.
And then you have the moussaka, the specific food you can cook in here.
So you want to get there at 4 or 5 in the morning, you said?
Not us, the fish
But for the fish people, yeah, you'll be here.
In the morning, so you can get the fresh fishes. So you get to set up the fishes on the table until they open the shops in the 7 in the morning, as you say on the table over there. You can see it.
So suppose that looking for pig faces to eat in the central market isn't really your thing. You can go to a much more kind of nice and touristic part of town. So this is Plaka, and it's full of places to eat and gift shops and stuff like that. And one thing I've noticed, there's a lot of just kind of random math geometry stuff. Like here's a shirt with some digits of pi up there. And I can't quite, well, there's one that's kind of missing around like digit 50. It should be like 37510, but maybe that's a little mistake, I'm not sure. But in some ways it's not really accurate because you know, Archimedes was the one to give the best decimal approximation to pi, and he was able to get it bound like just basically 2 digits of accuracy at an upper bound of 22/7 and a lower bound of 223/71. So that's maybe overestimating a little bit how they knew. He was able to do this by inscribing and circumscribing regular 96 gongs within a circle, figuring out what the area is, and then kind of getting the lower and upper bounds from that. I think there's just a really nice atmosphere here. I mean, it's you know, postcards and stuff like that, and of course there's all kinds of obscene postcards, and I gotta probably get one of those and send one of those to a specific friend of mine back at home that would appreciate it. I think I'm probably gonna be more able to talk about this math stuff than about the actual Greek history. Like yeah, there's Poseidon. Poseidon's pretty cool. But yeah, here's the Pythagorean theorem. So this is of course you know, one of the most kind of important basic theorems in geometry. Oh, sorry. And yeah, they're talking about this is the golden ratio, but there's a little something weird there because that's actually not right. That's twice the golden ratio, right? Golden ratio is 1 plus √5/2, and they're basically writing golden ratio is 2 times the golden ratio. So I don't know, someone needs to, yeah, there's a little mistake on the math in your shirts. You gonna fix it? No. Yeah, probably not. Michigan State University. So anyone from Michigan will immediately recognize that as standing out. But of course, it's just one of many ways that, you know, various things in the US and across the world have taken, you know, historical parts of Greece or the mythology and made it part of their own. You know, that's so the Michigan State Spartans, a sports team, and they have that same symbol, and there's just all kinds of names I'm recognizing. I'll point out more as I go on that, you know, I've seen in video games and all over the place. So it's actually really kind of cool to see like how much of this culture has been, you know, in some ways co-opted for other stuff, but not in a bad way. It's not just math shirts with mistakes on it or Mona Lisa with a cat. You also got just a huge rack of dicks like everywhere. Like it's yeah. Like what the hell is it? Like, I have no idea, and they get pretty big when you go a bit further down. It's looks like you kind of open a bottle with them or something like that. I don't know. I already encountered these in Nafpaktos, and I made the mistake of sending some pictures to some friends, and everyone's like, buy me some of those. So I actually have like several of these in my suitcase to bring back to some friends. Here's the other side of Plaka. You got tons of restaurants, and my guess is, I mean, probably with these touristic restaurants, you probably can't go wrong. I'm sure there can be better local things with better prices that only locals would know about, but there's tons and tons more of these. You know, I would sit and eat something, except I kind of need to move along quickly before everything closes. I want to get to the flea market next. Everyone, this is Monastiriki Square. This is one of the most touristic parts of the city. There's the metro station over there, and if you make your way down here, you're close to most of the various touristic sites you want to see. And as in pretty much any big European place, that means there's full of people wanting to scam you here. So I wouldn't trust anyone here. I see a bunch of people giving out bracelets. That's a scam. You know, like they'll say, I'm from Africa, take my bracelet for free, and then they try to kind of bully you out of money later. I wouldn't trust that. I saw someone dressed as Mickey Mouse here the other day. I'm sure that's some sort of scam. So generally, I would be suggesting, you know, I don't have any data on this, but be careful about your pockets and just other things that can happen. So we're gonna go here towards the flea market. There's the Monastiriki flea market. And oh yeah, and just give some more perspective, like that is the Acropolis up there. And this is, I think, what people usually say is the #1 place if you're gonna go anywhere in Athens. And I'm gonna say it's #2 because we'll wait for the #1 thing at the very end. But in my mind, when I hear the Acropolis, I think of this, you know, Yanni. And you know, he has the mustache. Maybe get some pictures up. He's the guy who makes all the new age music.
Oh no, this is Yanni.
Come on, change it, buddy.
I can't believe they're even showing this.
I actually listened to and watched his entire Live at the Acropolis video. I forced myself to sit through this. I gave it a chance, but I don't know. I don't like it. And I would say it would be running through my head, but to be, none of it was memorable. So, either way, that's the thing I associate with the Acropolis now, not the rich history and the Parthenon and anything like that. So we'll get to that a little bit more later. I'm a really big fan of these flea markets in Eastern Europe, like there are a couple I've been to in Ukraine, Kiev, Kharkiv, other places, Tbilisi, you know, is that Eastern Europe or Asia? You know, who knows, but they have something, I mean, it's not quite the same, you know, they got all this sort of stuff here mixed with gift shops, and I think if you look, you can find, I mean, there's just like a whole bunch of shoes. I'm guessing this is more real stuff, because if you go to a similar type of market like this, you'll, you know, find a lot of fake Chinese stuff. Well, this would be cool. I don't know if this is for sale, but that'd be kind of hot to walk around right now on that. I don't know if this is DuckTales or something related. It's clearly some Disney stuff. Some Greek Barbie stuff. I mean, I don't know. It's probably a whole bunch of crap with some good stuff buried in it. So, you know, if you have some extra time and this is your sort of thing. So let's put this at, oh, is this Osama bin Laden? You know, and this is where, like, I know I didn't actually explicitly learn the Greek alphabet, so I did this for like the whole bunch of other alphabets and countries I've gone to, but I've been trying to go just on what I know from like math or statistics class, and you can kind of figure out that this is, okay, O and then S, that's a lowercase sigma, like O-sa, that's a mu, ma, so Osama, and then Mapin Lanten, I guess. So it's maybe not exactly the same, but you can kind of figure out roughly what's going on here. CD store named after Britney Spears Crossroads. There's, I don't know, I gotta kind of rush myself through this because I'm never gonna get to the Acropolis in time before it closes. Like, this looks like this is some sort of military store. I think there's even like some sort of Soviet badge or something like that. So I think you could really spend some hours here, and the many other things you could get to if you really wanted to dig through it. I want to say a little something before I climb to the Acropolis. So it closes at 8, but the sun and heat can be totally unbearable earlier on. So either, you know, you do something I would never do and go early in the morning when it's okay, or you go after 6. And one of the most important things, I'm gonna get this big ass bottle of water right here, because I'm running out. You know, I brought like, I don't know, maybe a small little one, and it's gonna run out pretty soon. Yes. Thank you. We're on our way to the Acropolis, but I wanted to point out the number 4 thing you should probably see here, if you don't look like me. So if you're pale and blonde, this is probably a terrible idea, but there are numerous other archaeological sites. This is Hadrian's Library over here, and notice the total lack of shade, so I think you know, it's probably best not to go with too many of those. But what you can do, you can get a ticket that covers like all these things, I think even for several days, and it's like 30 some euros. I paid 24 euros and 20 cents for my tickets to the Acropolis, and I'll say a little bit more about the pricing on the tickets later. But we're gonna cross by numerous of these sites on the way to the Acropolis, and I don't know that I'm gonna really even point them out so much, because you know, it's amazing how old these archaeological sites are, but there are just so many of them, and they're all so old that it just kind of, there stops being any point to just kind of pointing them out one after another. Stop for a minute and say how much I like the kitty cat postcard. And on the way to the Acropolis, I've come across the 5th must-see place for your one day in Athens. So this is Areopagus Hill, and this will give us a pretty nice view of a lot of the city and the Acropolis. And we need to be a little careful when we start getting on the rock, because it can be a bit slippery. You know, it even says this with the caution sign right here. This is where you need to be a little careful, because it doesn't, yeah, already starting to slip a little bit right there. And especially when you're at the top, you don't have American style safety rails to help you in any sort of way. But you get a really nice view of the Acropolis over there. And see the city if we make it through here.
It's continuously inhabited for over 5,000 years.
Seems like someone else is making some travel content. A good piece of advice I got was to buy your ticket to the Acropolis online. And you know, why is that? Because you know, this line right here, that's just even to get the tickets. It's not to get into the Acropolis. I don't know if there's a line there or not, but so like I said earlier, for me it seems like the day even depends on the cost. So for me it was, I think, 24 euros and 20 cents. And if you're a EU citizen and under the age of 25, it's free. And I checked as well, okay, I'm, you know, older than 25, as much as, you know, maybe I look 25 or not, but I have a residence card for Poland, and I checked, and apparently they said that's not enough because I'm not a Polish citizen yet. So I had to pay this price, and I mentioned earlier that if you pay like a little bit more, you can access all these other archaeological sites. I didn't do that because my feeling is it's just going to be more exposed, sunny areas, and I think, you know, if I were to be here in December or something like that, I'd probably get that ticket. So before we go up here, first thing we got to do is use the bathroom. Everyone who knows me well knows how much I hate pay to pee, and it's not one of those sorts of places. I also don't hesitate from vlogging in the bathroom, but there's some people in there, so I figured out of respect I wouldn't, you know, catch anyone in the act. And also really important, splash myself with some cold water just to cool off a little bit, because I was feeling a little gross. So it's time to go to the Acropolis. Hello. This is cool. Check this out. Maybe this is where Yanni had that concert, come to think of it. So the problem is, I mean, okay, there's all this like amazing history going back really far, and I mean, all I can think about is Yanni.
This guy is the biggest butthole I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Change it, butthead.
You know, like that mustache of his.
Whoa, look at that, it's Geraldo.
I really have to agree with Beavis and Butthead on this. You know, I gave I don't know. I gave him a chance, and like, you know, maybe like you're listening to this, maybe you're like a super Yanni fan, and maybe there's some album of his or some music that was cool. I heard there's something he did kind of similar to Tangerine Dream, which I like, but I don't know. I think, yeah, absolutely, Beavis and Butthead were totally like hit the nail on this with Yanni. Yeah, guys, this is I think you could totally like moonwalk here if I knew how to moonwalk. I know we're moving from Yanni to Michael Jackson, but really do mean, I do mean this actually, do be careful when you're walking around here. Okay, everyone, there's a ridiculous amount of stuff up here. Right behind me, this is the Parthenon. It dates back, I think, to 432 BC. Here's the old Temple of Athena, dating back to something like 500 to 525 BC, and there's just, I don't know, side after side after side, and there's a Lycabettus Hill over there. That's the tallest part of Athens. It's actually pretty close to where I'm staying. And I was mentioning it was like about 24 euros more or less to, you know, just to get in as an adult. And it's about 60 euros. You can take a tour here, and that includes the price of the ticket. Found someone else who has a little bit of sense. They have the right idea. Wow.
Okay, there's a temple of Nike right there.
Yeah, this is
okay, good. Where's the shoe store? They should have a shoe store there.
They really should. Some Air Jordans, I don't know.
Yeah, they could sell a lot of souvenirs that way.
One problem I do need to report, that the bathrooms do seem to be closed already. Maybe they close at 8 along with the rest of it. I kind of wish they give us a few minutes after the Acropolis closes to do our business. So that was pretty cool to see all that stuff, and it's very close, the next attraction. So there's this gigantic cat. It's like a Garfield-like cat, and I saw a post on Facebook a little while ago where someone actually found on Google Maps, they found Titan Cat. And it's actually like the best monument. Someone even said in the Google reviews, you know, best monument in Athens, better than the Acropolis. And I was able to find Titan Cat yesterday, so I know roughly where he is. And we're gonna go, and I brought some food to lure him out again. And he had some friends last time, so we'll see if they let me pet him. Titan Cat lives right under the Acropolis, and it's in this olive garden. I overheard something that like it belongs to the city, but it's been abandoned or something like that from, I guess it was a tour guide. So we are entering the lair of Titan Cat, and it's sometimes it takes a while to find them. I read some people to say it's taken like 30 minutes, or sometimes I can't find them. We've spotted Titan Cat. He's in a different location than before, and he doesn't have his friends around him. So it's easy to miss him. He's always somewhere in this olive garden. I saw his friends running around elsewhere. Titan Cat, you can look, but you can't touch. So I actually tried like sticking my hand out for him to like sniff it last time, and he swatted it. So here's Titan Cat. Titan Cat is leaving. He actually moves. He does move. He really does move. So you've been looking for Titan Cat as well? Yeah. It's the best attraction in all of Athens. You also looking for Titan Cat?
Yes, we are.
Oh, wow.
My friends in Kansas are super excited for me to find him.
Oh, wow. I found him yesterday, too. And we ran to Rachel, who knows Titan Cat very well.
We're friends.
And she just fed him. He's sleeping, and all of his friends here are eating. So tell me the deal with Titan Cat and your organization.
So the organization is 9 Lives Greece, and we take care of the cats around the Acropolis and elsewhere in Athens, and make sure that they're fed and neutered and spayed and have their health care taken care of. And so the deal with Titan Cat, we're not really sure, but we have taken him to the vet, and he has been certified as a healthy creature who struggles with his weight, as many do. Yeah, so that's the deal with us and with Titan.
Great. So at least he's being taken care of. So
Yes.
I think that's a good note to end on. So, all right, well, thank you, Rachel.
Thank you.